The road to 1,000 break and runs. Rack 109. 9-ball 9-foot table, 4 1/8-inch pockets using the template rack, World 9-ball tour format break. Trying to make the 1 ball on the side. Nice smooth strokes in the cue ball back and forth through the rack. The 1 did go in the side. Looking to see where the 2 ball is in correlation to the cue ball, and I notice I do have a shot on the 2 ball in the upper right hand corner pocket. As always, switching out my cue ball to protect my brand new measle ball. I have an old one that's the same exact cue ball, but in case the cue ball comes off the table onto the concrete, I like to protect my brand new ones, so I swap them out after the break. Shooting the 2 ball here in the top right hand corner pocket, nice and easy. This is just a little bit of high right spin, about 12:30, 1 o'clock on the cue ball. Pocketing the 2, send the cue ball back out off the right hand long rail about a foot. Playing position on the 3 in the left hand side pocket. Now you see me on the table trying to figure out exactly where I want to leave my cue ball for the 4, that way I can play position for the 5 nice and easy. Rolling the 3 ball in here, just a little bit of high spin, just above center ball, nice and easy. Rolling it forward, playing the natural angle. Only went a few inches there. I have a great angle on the 4 ball here. A little bit straighter would be ideal, but this isn't bad at all. Pocketing the 4 ball in the upper left-hand corner pocket. I'm going to bring the cue ball at the left-hand side long rail. Bring it back out toward the middle of the table. You see me walking over to try to get a visualization where I'm going to leave the cue ball so I can play shape for the 6 nice and easy. Shooting the 4 ball here. Low left spin, but more left than low. You see me cueing on the cue ball there. I'm just a little bit of low, but quite a bit of left. Sliding the cue ball straight over off the long rail, back out to the middle of the table, making sure to leave myself an angle on the 5. Inducing a negative variable here, which would be the extension, unfortunately. Coming over to check out my shot, then my dog decides to come say hi, so of course got to give her a little bit of love. She always bears with me through all these, so give a second just to show her some attention. After all, I like to think she's my biggest fan.
I love you. Go down. Gotta turn and run out.
Okay, lining up the 5 ball here, I'm going to go 2 rails position, so I'm going to hit this with a little bit of low right spin. Probably around 5 o'clock on the cue ball, pocketing the 5 in lower right on 1, 2 rails, sending the cue ball back out to the middle of the table, hopefully getting pretty straight in on the 6, so I don't have to do much cue ball movement getting to the 7. If you guys would hit that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Going through my pre-shot routine here, checking everything out. A few practice strokes, keeping the arm loose. Nice and easy shot here in the 6. Basically a stop shot. Draw back about an inch, leave myself a little bit more of an angle in the 7 here so I can pocket it in the upper left. Draw the cue ball back and get closer to the 8. Shooting the 7 with a low left spin, I want to come somewhere around the side pocket and bounce out just a hair. Low left spin being around 7 o'clock, dragging the cue ball back. I did hit this a little bit firm, just see my cue ball went about 4 or 5 inches too far. The reason why this is important because now I have to stretch an extreme amount. If I would have stopped about 4 or 5 inches shorter, it would have been much more natural. Stretching is an abnormality. It makes the stroke a little bit more inefficient, but I'm going to draw back here for the 9, just a low spin. I accidentally cut the 8 ball just a hair, playing the right side of the corner pocket instead of the center of the corner pocket, and that allowed my cue ball to go more toward the 9, unfortunately. Thankfully, it did not roll up on it. Another negative variable here, using the extension, unfortunately. I am very close to the 9, so I want to take my time here to see if I can definitely spot the contact point, find my line. Taking my time, giving the 9 respect, shooting it in the upper right-hand corner pocket, making sure not to scratch in the bottom right-hand corner pocket. Nice and easy. That concludes this rack on the road to 1,000 break and runs. If you guys would, check out my sponsors. I appreciate it, and thank you very much for watching.